intro, what we're going to do today is I'm going to actually build a community inside of HiveOne. So when you add a circle, which a circle is just an individual community within the system, you can go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing my face. Y'all don't need to see that. So you can pick the outline or the design that you want, or you can create an empty circle and do it all yourself. Hold on. So looking through all of these, right now what I'm building specifically, and it will change depending on what you're looking to do, you will want to choose what's best for that, obviously. But since I'm doing this for HiveOne, I'm doing this for our private community to come off of Facebook. So I'm going to go with something that's a little bit more non-educational and more forum style, Reddit, Discord community. We can link out to our Hive University if we want. But for the most part, we'll just keep it all here. So I'm going to select this one. And I can submit it. All right. So when it pulls in my colors. I'm not entirely sure if I like that though. So we are going to edit this. Now to edit, you can do it however you want. It's the same builder that we have in HiveOne. You can drop any widget. You can do anything you like. So you can see this already comes pre-populated with discussions, videos, like an event screen, a shop if they want to shop for things, a forum, communities. So what I'm going to put on here is we'll start with the wall. Obviously, this is going to be a conversational widget or something along those lines. But I want to change this block. Maybe you want to do an image. And down here, we're going to stop the shape divider. Like, I'm fine with it just being, I mean, we have really cool shape dividers. I just don't use them as often as I should. You know, what's funny is when you've worked for 10 years in other systems that are not yours, you don't get used to having all these features. So we created this to have more features, more availability, more customizations, and I forget they're here because I'm not used to having things like that. So we do have a lot of cool shape dividers. I'm not going to use them. Okay, and so for here, we can add, let's say we go over here to widgets and we want to add image. Let's add an image. I'm probably just going to add our logo. That seems fine. Nice. Not exactly. Obviously, I'm doing this for an example, not for looks. Oh, God, my neck is killing me. I've been so sick. Okay, so I hit save. Right, so what we can do, let's go ahead and add some different things that you can do. Let's say here you want to do a discussion area. So we can add a discussion. So this will be HiveOne community. So anybody can default on this discussion, which we would probably put in the discussions section, but I'm just doing this for an example. So we can do multiple channels. We can do a sidebar view, a column view, or a row view if you would prefer. And then see, this can link over to the discussions here, or you can just have like comments and discussions. We separate it out to have it, you know, very clear. So then we can add channels like HiveOne trainings. I don't know. So we'll add that one, right? Okay, or just training. How's that? Let's say that. So then these different discussions, when they click on them, they will show them. It will show what's in that discussion, right? Specifically. So when we have this over in discussions, we have them here. Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 3 can be HiveOne Community, HiveOne, all of those. But I'm just showing you, for example, on my wall. Okay, let me delete that because I'm not going to have that here. You know what? Let's just delete this top block. Ooh, not what I meant to do. But here we go. Okay. And you don't have to keep this, like, the background color can be anything you want. Change it. Global settings, stylings. Go crazy. Use an image. Let's see what images I have here that are not crazy. You know, so you can really, really customize it if you want. Now, I tend to do all of our stuff a little more summery themed because we're doing summer of systems, and that's just kind of what I like right now. But yeah, so let's just turn this like just go back. I don't want to do this right now. Okay, so now we can have this be a number of different things. So let's say we have the wall, which is where your Facebook type discussions are going to happen. You have discussions, so you can individually have these discussions and edit these discussions here. So let's, for this page settings for channel 1s, let's do it HiveOne. Let's do features, new features, maybe. I need to change the channel. Oh, channel 2, I think I want to be training, and then this one can be Q&A, maybe. I don't know. We will find out how this all will work. Okay, so then these individual discussions can happen over here. All right, so now we're into the videos section. And what I would use this for is probably training, like training videos. So we can change this to training videos. And then we can change this for our events. Like I could go in here and put when we intend on going live on YouTube, or a number of different things. So if you have, so if you have live events that you do, if you have, like different community events that you do, if you are a camp and you do camping events, Girl Scout events, whatever you want to do. So there's tons of different ways you can use the event spot. Shop is something that I think a lot of course creators don't get the opportunity to just pitch inside the community. Subtle sells. Shop, you can have, you know, merchandise. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name. Merchandise. Or you can have upsells, or let's say you're a VA and you have a community of people specifically for HiveOne, and like you want to upsell your services on here. So it's, you know, you have hourly packages or website builds or whatever it all may be. And then, I mean, there's so many things from small PDFs. If you were talking about something in your wall, how amazing is it when you're saying, hey, yeah, I have that PDF located under the shop. Go ahead and take a look. You know, it's $1, whatever. So you can definitely, as you can see, as you all are entrepreneurs that I'm talking to, you can see how this can increase your bottom line in a way that doesn't feel schmoozy or evasive or in your face. So that's amazing. Forum, I probably won't use it, but it's kind of the same as discussions. Like you can have the different forums that you want to discuss with people. And then communities, you can have different communities attached. So let's say you have different circles. You have, for example, for us, we have our clients that come to us for website building, and we have our HiveOne users. So we could have two different, but then they can have a joint circle where, you know, they're able to access our chat or talk to us directly together. So there's different ways you can build and have them access multiple circles or communities. So community is really the top tier word. It's the overall umbrella. And within your community, you can have courses, you can have a shop, you can have events, you can have other communities or circles, different circles within your community. So you can, in our system, you can build a community that's entirely yours. It can pre-link over to courses. You can move courses inside of here. There's so many different things you can do. So let's go up to the training section, which for us in this community, I'm treating this as the course section, right? So training videos. So let's say you have a community that's tied into your golf membership. Since I did have to shoot this video for somebody today, I decided to make it live, and she has a golf membership. So let's say you're doing a golf membership. You're going to have your wall, which is, you know, your Facebook style, whatever. And then down here in your training videos, what you will do is essentially make this your course, and you can have multiple courses. I'm actually going to go over to, so we have a community over at Jen+Cass. And it's free. So, oh, am I? Shoot. Oh, let me just go log in then. Sign in or log in? Okay, so this is how it brings them to a page in our builder that is laid out so they can access anything they need. But when they enter the community here, they're able to see whatever I want them to see. So this is my wall. I have this week's topic of what we're discussing, quick links to where they can go, discussions, resources. There's so many things that so the resources would be maybe, but then down here, I have a whole section of courses, and it's a drop down. So I have the course library, which is just a generalized page that will take them to where they're going. And then you can see the niche courses here with our player. So these are all uploaded into the system. You don't have to use the YouTube link, but you can also use the YouTube link. Like save your bandwidth, save your money. If it's something that maybe you want to have for free later, or it's something for free that you want to pull into your community, just use the YouTube link. You don't necessarily need to use this at all times. So don't feel like you're stuck in it. Or your Vimeo link, whatever it may be. So this is the course, and then they can leave comments, discuss it. You know, any PDFs you want to put here, simple. All you got to do is jump over, grab a widget. So let's say here I have video 4, and I want to add a PDF to it. I'm able to, oh, these are all, sorry. So let me lay this out a little bit different. I'm going to add a block. And in this block, I'm going to do a video section. You know what? Let's just do it like this. I'm going to delete this block here. All right, so we're just going to do it like this. So here we go. We have one video. It's just going to be a YouTube video that we put in there. You're going to have, oh my gosh. You can have, if there's going to be a PDF, you can change this to be a PDF. So let's go download. I don't like calling them PDFs for some reason. It's like a, and then you just go into your files. You probably have files already in your system. If that's what you're looking to do, it's really easy. You don't have to re-upload. Just go look for it. So I have my tech wish list workbook. I'm just going to pop that in there. I usually do a separate tab just because it's the only time I'll do it. Kathy always tells me not to be a tab hole. All right, I'm just going to adjust this button to be what I want. And then pop this over. Okay, so then you put your video here, information, yada, yada. And this could be maybe your weekly training you're doing in your community or something along those lines. So super customizable, however you want to do it. Remember, at HiveOne, you can always jump over. We can jump on a call with you. We can help you work out what would be best for the strategy and your ICA. So the reason that these communities are all different, and we're not like Kajabi in that it's one community layout. We're not like Circles where it's one community layout. And yes, you can have all these things. We want you to be able to create different strategically successful communities based off of your client avatar, your ICA, whatever you want to call it. So one community and how that community looks does not necessarily mean that you need to have everybody kind of in the same style of community. So as you can see, this community, this is more of a summer fun, 12-week free, follow our steps through this, no pressure community. But then you might want a community that is very high pressure or high engagement or high sales or high course following. So the great thing about having courses in your community is we can track them. They can track them. There's so many things you can do. It's hard for me to even fully comprehend what all you can do because things like this aren't done this way. You don't get this in Go High Level. You don't get this in Kajabi. You don't get this in Circles. You don't get this in school. So I think a lot of people, although this is, not as plug and play, you do have to put a little time into it. I think you're going to see your communities with more engagement, with more sales, with just a happier, more positive vibe than if you were on a social media platform too. So yeah, I can't think of anything else. This obviously is my community for HiveOne, but I think Cassie and I are going to get together and start possibly doing them for different niches. And that way I can create more templates for you guys. So let's say we have a coaching niche and a I can't even think right now. Of course, this niche. I've been so sick. I got a COVID shot. In all honesty, can I tell you this? I got a COVID shot and I was sick for days. I don't think I've had a COVID shot in years. And I don't know why I even agreed to it. My husband's like, why do you agree to these things? Because anxiety, like the pressure is there. They're staring me in my eyes. And I said, yes. So, yeah, I've been sick for days and my brain's a little out there. So if you have any questions, let me know. And again, go in, play with your community, create something that you love, make it off the wall, make it different. Everything is starting to look a little too cookie cutter, and that's never good for the bottom line. So, all right. I'm going to stop sharing this and try to find where I was. Alrighty. Again, if you Look at Shadow the Rescue Cat. Again, if you have any questions, I know this has only been 20 minutes. Like, it's quick, easy. It was just an overview, walking through it. I'll be going live more often. Do I want to go live? Do I like going live? Not particularly. But if this is the way that I have to get the information out, then I got to do it, because you guys deserve to know how to build your communities. And I just need to get out there and help you out. So, all right. Again, if you have any questions, comment, chat support, chat bubble over at HiveOne. But other than that, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you later.